50 seconds from the start. These are the finals. This is the first of 3, hopefully, maybe just 2 rounds. We'll see who wins. With the red and black sails, it is team Top SailCoach. And with the green sails, Umpire Hates Us. Who are you rooting for, Arthur?
Oh, I'm sorry, I got kicked out there.
Did you get disconnected?
This bug in the game where when you're a spectator and you actually log in, that's a bug there. I'm very sorry. I did not join this event. It's an issue with the game currently where you can actually just hop in a game.
All right. Well, if you can't follow the game on your game,
I'm catching up.
Can't follow the finals, you can follow them with us on Twitch TV/Inshore stream. And here we go. We are off on the first round of the finals. And it seems like the Umpire Hates Us has taken the best lead, while Top SailCoach Luis has taken the option to tack directly off the line, go straight to the right side of the water. There's not much more wind. I think I know why he's doing that. I think he's going.
He's going to try to cover them.
I think he's going to go for a starboard tack. Exactly.
Yep.
If you're not familiar with the rules of racing, when a boat is receiving wind from its right side, we call it a starboard tack, and when it's receiving wind on its left side, it's called a port tack. And when a boat is on its starboard tack, like Luis is right now, as you can see, it has a priority over the other boats. The other boats have to give it the right of way. Otherwise, in the game, they get a penalty and they slow down. Something's happened. This must be a race organizer here in the middle. Don't worry about that green boat that you guys see right here. It's a race organizer. It is only an umpire boat. But Umpire Hates Us is...
No, that is my boat that stayed in there. I mean, I'm so deeply sorry. I do not know how that happened.
Did you jump into a game? Did you jump into the finals?
I was spectating the game, and there's an issue with the game where it makes you join the race. You can actually see it. If you watch that pop-up 1, you'll see at the beginning that he joins the race as well when he was just spectating, and suddenly his boat appears.
Yeah, as you can see, you did join the race, as you can see, and
And it's funny because on my side, I am no longer in the race. I can see on the stream that you still have me as the 7th boat and on the race, but on my side I only have 6, and I cannot see that boat you were talking about. I hope this does not impede in any way.
It is the kind of thing that does happen when we are in live conditions. We are transmitting this and broadcasting this to you live from San Francisco and Paris, France at the same time. So sometimes there are some little bugs in the game. Let's take a look at the ranking, because right now, from what I can see, it looks like Umpire Hates Us is 1, 2, and 3. Yep, that is what's going on.
Just catch up there. Stay ahead.
As we can see,
Carlos had a starboard tack, so
yeah.
Maybe,
but he was able to cross right ahead, and he's pushing Lucas a little bit below the mark. Let's see if Lucas is able to pass the mark. He's going to slow down at the mark. As we've seen, it's a great way to put penalties onto the opposing team, and that seems to be what's going on. Obviously, Raul came in on a port tack, so that's why he took a penalty at the mark, but it could have been just the same if he had come in from behind Lucas's boat. That we see Lucas is already out, speed out, Spinnaker out, and moving along nicely. 10 knots of wind. That's not very, very fast yet. Doesn't seem to be that much wind today in Newport, Rhode Island. We've seen these J70s go a little bit faster on the water. When they get a good breeze, they can really take off fast. But it's not about speed, it's about not finishing last. It's about playing as a team.
Carlos trying to take out the wind out of Lucas there. Lucas driving away. Unfortunately, not exactly inflict a penalty now that
Here we go.
Carlos is
There's a
ahead.
little bit of action between Atum and Luis right here. Atum looking to put a penalty, and now I think Luis will be trying to do the same. As we can see, Lucas is also luffing up into Carlos here. Penalty on Carlos from Lucas, who will be able to reach the downwind mark on the right side. No, he's double jive, took the left side. And there's still a boat in the middle of the water. But
Clear, staying clear. Just after that mark, Lucas decided to go port tack and avoid the rest of the fleet. They clear them, which apparently is paying off because now he's starboard tack and covering their wind.
yeah, it's going to be really hard here for this black and red top SailCoach boat to pass. Obviously, Umpire Hates Us is going to tack right in front of him, trying to inflict a penalty, slowing him down. And though they're still going to stay comfortably, I believe, in first and third place. There we go. Borchin Atum doing the job while Lucas is over here controlling the rest of the fleet and forcing the two other Spanish boats to stay on him. Probably different strategies that could be used here. I could imagine sending at least one of the boats to the center of the fleet and trying to do something there. Give us your ideas, give us your thoughts. Let us know if you're enjoying this first round of the finals that are taking place. We're not going to be able to bring you the Petit Final if it's taking place at the same time, but we will let you know how that goes between virtual intercourse and speed team. But for now, it's the finals. It's Umpire Hates Us and Top SailCoach. Boats are reaching the upwind mark for a second time. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Interesting. Yeah, they're still ahead there. Definitely closing in on the mark before top SailCoach. See how that goes. Bosch was not inflicting a penalty to Lucas, staying clear ahead. Will Atum manage to cover Raul? Yes, he does. Managed to inflict that penalty there, but just slowing down a bit at that mark. And now on the downwind.
Sorry, and I'm back. Just had to go refresh myself and stay hydrated because it's super important to stay hydrated, especially when you're out on the water. So we're still
I wish I
watching.
could be hydrated too.
Yeah. Umpire Hates Us still in the lead tonight. Still playing games with Top SailCoach. Look at what's going on over here. Got the three Top SailCoach boats that are trying to slow down this last Umpire Hates Us. I think this is just for fun. This is just kidding around. Top SailCoach knows that they've lost, unfortunately, this first round of the semifinals. They're going to have to do much better in the second round. Otherwise, it's going to go to the Umpire Hates Us.
That was a very good play. The aggressiveness of Top SailCoach there. I appreciated watching that. They managed to inflict that penalty to Atum. Fortunately, that will not give them this round.
No, they would have had to come in second, third, and fourth if they had wanted to win. Third, fourth, and fifth, unfortunately, is too many points. 12 points. You don't win with 12 points in a 10 or less. So, I'm sorry. What I wanted to do was to leave the game. Take a quick look at the rankings here, but speed and timing is really not the point of tonight's event. We have to answer any questions you guys have about how team racing works. Don't hesitate. Leave us a quick message in the chat, and our moderator, Arcturus, I'm sorry, how do you pronounce that?
Arcturus.
Arcturus.
Simple.
in Virtual Regatta Inshore or Kill the Pixel in the chat is moderating and will answer any questions you have. We'll feed you the links. If you guys are looking for the results, you will find them on SailRanks. Just drop that into the chat, and you can check out all sorts of different live regattas going on Virtual Regatta Inshore over at SailRanks. As we get ready for the second round, do you think Umpire Hates Us takes it in this second round, or will we go into a
I cannot say. I'd really hope they
in bed,
would
as
not.
they say in French.
I would like the Spanish team to really stop them in their victory streak here, because they've been straight victory streak. The umpires have been going on a straight victory streak, and that would give us another race.
You're right. Let's go take a quick look at it to see if we can show you. Umpire Hates Us won both of the semifinals. Umpire Hates Us won 3 of the round robin out of 5. So they're on a pretty impressive streak. We can see they haven't lost a game. They haven't lost a round in the last 4 rounds. Is that correct? 4 or 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Let's see how long they can keep it going.
Pretty impressive score, counting that all of these players, we remind you that all of these players that we are watching are amongst the best players and e-skippers on Virtual Regatta Inshore. Some of them are also
Skippers in real life.
Very good skippers in real life. So it's impressive to watch. We can definitely see some interesting tactics.
And right now, this is the highest level of eSailing you can watch, at least in team racing. Tonight you might have caught the eSail GP finals, which are probably closing up right now, and that probably was really fun because it's a 50 catamaran. It's a whole different format with the much different type of boat, but the match race format is very similar to team racing. It's the same rules, just applied with more boats. You're racing 3 boats against 3 boats, and there has to be a certain combination in order to win, a certain combination of certain order your boats come in at the finish line that will allow you to win and make less than 10 points. That is by being first, second, and third. That makes only 6 points. By being first, second, and fifth, that would give you only 8 points, and so on and so forth. As long as you don't finish 4th, 5th, and 6th, in which case that would give you 15 points, or anything that would give you more than 10 points, you can win. You can win, and you can play this if you download Virtual Regatta Inshore, or if you play it off of your PC. If you're joining us right now, this is still the lobby as we're filling up for the finals. Here we go. We've got all 6 players. Good to see that the races are just going really fast, one after the other. Congratulations to the race committee. And this might be it. This might be the last round of tonight. I hope not, but Umpire Hates Us. The green boats, team captain Lucas Moore, have been on a roll. They've won 5 games in a row, and they won the first out of 3 of this final round. So top SailCoach, the red and black boats, absolutely need to win this round. And we'll be able to bring you a little bit of insight on what the skippers are doing. But if you've ever wanted to try your hand at regattas and racing boats, Virtual Regatta Inshore is the perfect place to start. Really.
And I am back.
All right, let's
Say
go.
hi,
You're back with us. There you go. It's a pretty long stream. How long have we been going on for already? About an hour. It's good that...
Yeah.
I was just saying that the race committee has been really organizing. Is there a 7th boat? There's a 7th boat on the water. Again, somebody wanted to spectate and has been dropped into the race.
I'm not the only one. I'm glad to see that I'm not the only one.
What
Seeing it
happens is that each team has a replacement, a substitute, and it seems that the sub for Team Top SailCoach is on the water, but with a green sail, with a Umpire Hates Us green sail.
But if you see when you select either of the boats, you see that he's grayed out, so he still hasn't passed the starting line, and that means he cannot bother in any way the course.
He is not an obstacle to the other boats. That is important to say, exactly. You will not interfere with the race, but it still can be a little bit troubling when you're looking out over the water and you see a boat that's already at the halfway point. As we look over here, Carlos Top SailCoach is covering Lucas Moore. And it seems like Top SailCoach has taken a much better start in this run. What do you say?
I see them still very close there. I mean, anything could happen.
It's the first upwind leg. It is just the first upwind leg. There's still that first mark that we need to round up there.
Fortunately, Atum is maybe a wee bit too behind to actually be of any interference to his opponents.
I think he's bearing straight away for the buoy.
I'm watching the wind on the top left mini map and not really seeing what he's going for, but prove me wrong.
I can't tell you where the wind was going to go right now. As you can see, the wind's up here in their little radar screen, but the algorithms are usually very hard to predict, and tonight it has not been any different. So we're heading up to that first upwind buoy, and let's take a quick look at the rankings here, because I get a feeling Top SailCoach. Ooh, penalty over here from that was Raul just put a penalty on board. That's not good. That was not good for the Umpire Hates Us right now, who are in the lead with already one win. But I think Top SailCoach have come back, and they've decided not to let themselves get walked all over here by Umpire Hates Us. They want to fight for that final. They want to fight for that win. They do not want to finish second tonight. The Spaniards are coming back with a vengeance.
Played there, Raul and Ramon.
Here we go. We got one boat blocking the
waiting at the board,
mark.
Taking penalties.
There's one penalty here at the mark. What are they going to do? They're going to try to let the first two boats get as far ahead as possible.
We've seen that strategy, that tactic.
Ramon and Raul are ahead in their boats, and Carlos is trying to slow down the rest of the Umpire Hates Us. Working very well so far, as you can see, trying to place a penalty here on Lucas Moore, but didn't work. And now has decided that he was going to probably try to head downwind a little bit faster, and
Lucas coming back at him. Nope,
Lucas took a penalty. There was a jibe right in front of his bow, and that unfortunately means that there's a second penalty against Umpire Hates Us on this downwind leg. Doesn't seem very good for them, because Raul and Ramon are getting ahead. They're breaking ahead right now as they near these downwind marks.
Oh, but we see the umpires are closing in on Carlos there behind, definitely trying to take him out of this race, or trying to inflict that penalty. We'll see how that goes for them.
There we go. They're trying, but they should probably just focus on speeding up and catching up with the first two boats. But I think they know this might be not their round. They're going to try to do everything in La Belle, the last of the three final rounds.
Wow, that was an impressive.
Nothing's over yet.
That was an impressive round there around that that downwind mark there.
He just barely around at full speed.
Avoided another penalty.
Yes, so let us remind you there's three basic rules that boats have to observe. Starboard tack priority, overlapping priority and the leeward priority. And it pretty much means that you cannot run into a boat if you're on your left tack and they are on their right tack. You cannot run into a boat that's ahead of you, and you cannot run into a boat that is downwind of you. And those are the three rules that the skippers are using to try to slow down the other boats, because when one of these boats doesn't respect the three rules, they get a 10-second penalty. It slows their boat down by, is that 50% or 30%?
Something like that, yeah.
At least enough to make a significant difference. We're going to see if there's any more penalties to show you the difference it makes in speed. Right now, the boats are headed upwind, so it's not their fastest. It's not their fastest bearing. 6 knots. You can see
The J70 series can go up to what, 18, 20 knots when you're downwind?
I've raged. It's legendary, but I think yes, 20 knots downwind with the right angle, it's feasible on a J70. A sport boat that originally designed by an American shipyard, and the whole J70 class was really developed over here in Europe, and especially in France, where J Composites really transformed the J class into a beautiful range of racing and cruise boats. So one of the very best boats, or at least one of the favorite boats that we use here on the Virtual Regatta Inshore. It's the J70.
We see something happen on this second upwind leg. See that Carlos got put way behind on the fleet, way astern, and now can't really be of any hindrance to the top SailCoach team. Probably cannot cut the wind from
I think he can't be of any. I think he can't be of any support because it's his team. But I see what you mean. I think he stayed behind because he was flapping his sails at the mark, trying to slow down the Umpire Hates Us team once more. Wow, this is one crazy downwind leg. Look at this, how the boats are just zigzagging across the water, trying not to get unwinded. And top SailCoach really needs to secure that first and second place. They cannot let Atum come in second, otherwise they would have 4 and 6. That would be 11 points, and they would lose. So it is all up to Ramon right now. Will he cross the line before Atum? Yes, he does. And so we're going on to a third elimination round. This is it. This is sudden death. Whoever wins the next round takes it all tonight. TRL pop-up event number 2. Thank you for joining us. If you're following the stream, if you drop by, just say hi, and we're really happy to see you. We're happy to be doing the stream with you tonight, and if you were just watching eSailGP, it's nice to drop by and say hello. If you were watching something else, come on by. We're streaming Virtual Regatta Inshore, official eSports, official game of the World Sailing Federation. There's actually an official affiliation between all of the European leagues and the game, and a lot of pros on the game. This is it. Yeah, that is the final. Here we go. Let's make sure we try to clip the end of this race to make sure that we get some good moments to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some video capture on my side.
I hope no one...
up on those crossings.
Yeah, you can watch all of these games if you download Virtual Regatta Inshore, but I hope we're not going to get a ghost ship again in this race. I hope we're not going to see a spectator who unfortunately gets dropped into the lobby. It happens. It happens to the best of us.
Happens often, quite often. It's been my second time on 2 races that we've been following. Last time we were sailing France. My account must be just
glitchy.
made to attack.
It's the glitchy account. Hey, FC, how you doing? Salut. Good to see all of the usual names and faces dropping by and saying hello on this English stream. Tonight we're streaming TRL, Team Race League, with Lucas Moore in the final against Team Top SailCoach. This is the Umpire Hates Us in green and Top SailCoach in red and black. And this is it. This is the Grand Finale. Grand Finale, sudden death, whatever you want to call it, this is what it all comes down to. 30 round robin matches, there were 4 semifinal matches, and now the third of the final rounds. Top SailCoach won the second, Umpire Hates Us took the first. So we're super happy to see anyone and everyone join us for the regatta of the evening. Arthur over here is with us from San Francisco. I'm here in Paris commenting the race, which will start in 28 seconds. Here we go. Penalty already. Seems like
close to the committee vote here. Alright, so now everybody's got to avoid a penalty that can cost really too much. Fortunately, we got one penalty for Raul.
On the right angle just to make sure we get the perfect start. Clean start. Looks like all the boats have crossed the line in time. No individual recalls, no false starts, and Umpire Hates Us is bearing off to the right side of the race course. Oh, here's going to be the first crossing, but that was very good by Borg. He managed to avoid that Spanish boat very well. Now he's on his starboard tack.
Yes, and Ramon covering him, taking that opportunity to not let them ahead. Very reactive on his side.
He's keeping those Spanish boats busy, which is a very good technique and tactic from Umpire Hates Us. Oh, this is interesting. What is going to happen on the left side of the water here? All the boats are on starboard. Who will tack first? Who will be courageous enough to go for it?
And see, there's not much wind on the left side of the race area. Probably more wind on the right side. So I'd say for now, Umpire seems ahead and in a better situation.
Alright, so we're taking a look at the rankings right now. Umpire Hates Us, the Lucas Moore-headed team with Danish skippers, is ahead with 1st, 2nd, and 6th place, while his team Top SailCoach, all Spanish boats, are currently losing the final in 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. But we're still only on the first upwind leg. There are still 2 more legs to go. The race has not been won yet. And as you can see, everything is shifted over to the left side of the water now. We started over on the right. We've still got Borch over here on the right, but I don't think it's for wind. I think it was just a question of controlling the adversaries and keeping Top SailCoach second on this team race.
You're completely right. They're definitely playing the position here. Not with much difficulty, if I can say. They're just playing very well and covering them. Wow, look at that. Simultaneous tacking.
That was amazing, yeah. I have to say, those 3 boats tacking at the same time, you can tell these guys are talking at the same time on some other form of communication. There we go. Already a first penalty. We haven't even reached the buoy yet, and penalties are already being inflicted by the Umpire Hates Us to Team Top SailCoach. That was Ramon, who just took a quick 10-second slowdown. He's already recovered.
See what Borch did there? He placed himself inside the mark just before tacking, ensuring him that he would have the attention. No, that wouldn't count with the rule. Still pretty aggressive. And now he's still waiting in that 3.
Oh yeah, that's That is a very
Penalties.
usual technique in team
So
racing.
many penalties.
And look at that
3
penalty.
penalties.
Porsche just caught up with one of the Spanish boats and was able to inflict a penalty coming up from behind them. What happened? Did Raul not pay attention? And now Porsche is going after Carlos. None of them.
And Lucas Moore
None of them are safe. Yeah, it is hot. It is very hot right now. But it looks like the umpire hates us has taken a little bit of distance ahead right now. Lucas Moore, very impressive, but also very impressive from the Spanish boats. 2 Spanish teams in the semifinals. And who else did we see? Virtual Intercourse was an international team, I believe. But yeah.
Yes, they were.
A lot of different skippers from a lot of different countries racing. I think we have a glitch on our side. We're not seeing the downwind mark. So we have to imagine they're
they
here.
just rounded them.
Yep.
2 gringos just rounded them from the umpire. And there's another penalty
Ramon,
from
who takes
Ramon.
another penalty. This is not good at all for him right now. It will not leave him in the favorable position to try and slow down the 3rd Danish boat. Sorry, but now it looks like all the umpire hates us has to do is win the race, not make any mistakes, and not slow down. And they should have it because 1st and 2nd. Ooh, look at that wind shift. Did you just see this?
Nope.
Things are changing. This might change everything right now because there was a massive wind shift that we were able to see on the screen. And when you saw those lines turn, that means that the wind shifted directions. And it might actually put the right side of the race course at a disadvantage now. Not enough. Not enough to help this boat, this Spanish boat right here, Carlos. That means that Raul and Ramon will stay center of the course. Carlos is way over ley line. And he's being blocked by the 2 Danish boats. He will not be able to benefit from that wind shift at all. And it seems like the umpire hates us has really... That was another wind shift. Whenever you see those lines move on your screen, that is the wind changing directions, and sometimes it is quick.
That is getting into Raul, who can now just stay cap ahead to the boy.
Exactly.
Very good for him. Things might change here.
Raul could actually now hit the mark without having to tack, putting him ahead of at least Borch and perhaps Atum, but I believe what's going to happen, and we might see this very quickly, is we might see some mark blocking in the next couple of seconds. I think we're going to see some mark blocking on behalf of the Danish boats. They really need to.
Everything is going to be played now.
No, they're going ahead. They're playing speed ahead of strategy. They don't want to take any risks. Lucas Moore already out on his spinnaker. Atum right on his heels. Man, incredible team strategy on this final. They lost the 2nd of the 3 final rounds, but clearly it was just a glitch in their matrix because they are back. Umpire hates us. Not able to keep the winning streak going up to 8 wins, but still very good. Very impressive.
Quite.
Beating out all of the other teams, the French teams, Sailing Frogs and Team France, the Portuguese teams, Coca-Cola, I'm sorry, with Martin Fernandez's team, but also a host of other international teams. Team UAE will be rewarding the winning team tonight with a month of VIP subscription to Virtual Regatta. But I think it's safe to say right now that if Atum is not de-winded too much by Carlos, and it's going to be hard for him, it's going to be hard, but he's going to make it just meters ahead of it's already been called.
He's got it.
The line was
Wow.
strange. We have screen glitches here because the race this time was called before even we saw him cross the line. Borj is coming in 5th, and that is it. The umpire hates us strikes back.
That was a very impressive final, I must say.
Congratulations to the Danish team. They fought through quite a field. That was an impressive feat tonight. Within, what was that, 2 hours, 3 hours? They started at 9 o'clock, and within 3 hours, they have managed to push through some of the best e-sailors out there in the world, all over the world. Well done, Denmark. Well done, Denmark. Exactly. A lot of Danish e-sailors and e-sailing channels as well. So we're always supporting what's going on up in the northeast. Northeast of San Francisco for Arthur, northeast of Paris for me, and then that is going to be it for the Team Racing League pop-up event number 2 tonight on Inshore Streams. Any thoughts, Arthur?
I would like to get into this more often. I would really like us to follow more of these competitions. There's a different style of play from that which we've seen in flotilla regattas. So this is very interesting. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you so much for organizing this. Lucas Moore, everybody in the chat. He's the founder of this Team Race League. It was really, really nice.
Let's go check out, let's see what the results of the Petit Final were. We didn't follow that closely, but they don't seem to have been posted yet.
It happened at the same time as we were watching the grand final.
Did they? Or are they going to take place right now? I mean, I might still have time.
They already had.
They already have had the Petit Final, and we don't know who finished 3rd. Virtual Intercourse or Speed Team?
Oil? There's... Yep. All right. So Virtual Intercourse has won the Petit Final. Virtual Intercourse ended up 3rd place. We were watching them earlier against the Danish team. So that's Bradley, Adam, Arthur, and Chico.
Exactly, who were very performant. We watched some of their early rounds earlier. That was great. That was a lot of fun to do Team Racing League. I think you're right. We should do a little bit more team racing on the channel, and maybe over on other content as well. It's still a pretty new form of racing on virtual regatta, but definitely attracting a lot of players, and some of the best we can see right now. Let's take a quick overview of who we had with us tonight. These were all of the teams that we had. We're going to start from all the way down here. Team UAE, we didn't have all the names of those players. Sailing Frogs from France. Speed Team, who finished 4th. Meals on Wheels, Team Sevilla, Team France, Team Internacional, Coca-Cola, Sion H. Ramos, Virtual Intercourse, finished 3rd. Team Top SailCoach finished 2nd. And the Umpire Hates Us finished 1st. I just realized that
you predicted.
the top 3 actually completely follow their team rankings based off of the eSailing League ELO. So that must mean that the ELO works really well.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. No, that ranking system is actually quite on par with what we saw tonight. So there we go. Congratulations to all the sailors. Congratulations to the race committee who put on a great show for us tonight. And we hope to see you again very soon on the channel. If you enjoyed seeing some English language virtual regatta content, let us know. If you weren't able to follow because it wasn't in French, let us know as well, and we'll make sure to take into account all of your comments in the chat or on the Discord or on Twitter. You can follow us with all the links that we've been leaving you in the chat all night long. Gonna be about midnight here in Paris, so I think that's about a good time to sign off. Any last words for us tonight?
Thank you once again very much, everybody who made this happen. It was a great time, and we'll be sure to follow all of these professional e-skippers with Inshore streams very soon.
Thank you guys. Thank you the viewers. Merci à vous les gars d'avoir suivi le stream. And don't forget to subscribe. Abonnez-vous à la chaîne. And see you soon. Bon vent?
Bon vent.
Nice. Thanks for following, and see you soon on the water. I was gonna do it too.